In this video I'm going to show you the techniques and the tools that I use when I'm cleaning soffit fascias and gutters for my customers. Now today I'm just at this soffit fascia and gutter cleaning job. It's a one-off. I've never been here before and the gutters are pretty dirty, so I'm just going to show you how I go about and do a job like this. Now because the gutters and the soffit fascias are pretty dirty, I often use a cleaning chemical. In fact, nearly every fascia clean I do, I will use a cleaning chemical. The TFR that I use is the non-caustic TFR from Gutter Vacuum Systems, and it's called Gutter Wash. Or alternatively, I also use Synergy Clean Pro from Pure Seal. I've only recently started using this, but I do find it is a really good cleaner and it smells lovely. I mix up the chemical into a Gardiner's backpack, and then I use a spray nozzle to spray it up onto the gutter. So I actually have a dedicated pole that I use for spraying up chemical, and on it I have a Snipper nozzle at the top, which is really good. This is a 30-foot pole, but I have removed the first section to be able to fit the spray nozzle into that. If you don't have a dedicated pole, you can get yourself a spray nozzle like this, which is from CVS poles, and this will fit right in the top of your water-fed pole, and you'll be able to switch between a brush and a spray nozzle. What I will say about the TFR is, if it's a really hot day, be careful about how much you spray on and don't let it dry out on the gutters. I tend to just do a little section at a time and then rinse that off and then repeat the process again. You don't want the chemical to dry out on the gutters, because then you're going to have even more of a hard job trying to remove it. So that's just a little tip for those that are going to be starting out and using a bit of chemical. Just be careful and think about what you're doing, especially if you're working in direct sunlight. So first of all, I just wet the gutters over with just some water from my tank through the pole. Then I will spray the chemical up. I'm actually going to use my spray pole because I've already got that set up. So I like to use a dedicated brush for soffit fascia and gutter cleaning. So the brush I use is a Gardiner Sill brush with flocked bristles. These white bristles on the end are a little bit stiffer, but these are really soft. It has 50-degree fan jets in it. And I have it on a fixed gooseneck here, and I'm using a CVS himod pole. It's nice and rigid, and it's pretty light for when you're working up high. So that is the front of this property finished. Apologies for the wind noise, it's quite breezy where I am here. Just show you what we've done. So we've cleaned the soffit and fascia and gutter along there, the downpipe, this lower section here on the porch, and this higher section up here. It's actually cleaned up really well. And I'm quite pleased about the results. I've gone over the windows as well. What I would suggest doing if you're going to offer this as a service is to try and upsell them a window clean if they're not one of your regular customers. this here isn't one of my regular jobs, so I did say to them that it would be a good idea to get the windows cleaned as well. Obviously, if they hadn't have wanted it, I would have just rinsed them down as best I could to get any chemical off of them, but they said they wanted to go ahead with the window clean, so I've offered that at a bit of a discounted rate, because they're having a lot of other stuff done as well. So I'm finished on the front here. I've got to move around the back now, through the garage, and the back has a conservatory, so I'm going to show you that. Right, I'm onto the back now. The garden actually slopes away quite a lot. The conservatory is quite high, because of the garden sloping away, so that's going to be quite awkward, and the gutters are really dirty at the back, so they're going to need quite a bit of scrubbing to get them clean. Right, that's the end of that fascia clean. I actually had some other jobs to do for that particular customer anyway, so they're all done now. So I thought I would just recap. So I always clean with a chemical, normally a TFR. So the one I use is from Gutter Vacuum Systems or the Pure Seal Synergy Clean Pro. I always spray up the chemical with a spray nozzle on a separate pole. If you don't have a separate pole and you want to use a chemical, you can dip your brush into a bucket with the chemical in, or alternatively, when I first started, I had a little pump up garden sprayer with a longer lance on it that I could just about reach the gutters. So that's an option that you can use if you don't want to have a separate pole or buy a spray nozzle. Mix up your chemical in the gardener's backpack or whatever sprayer you're using and spray it on. I normally wet the gutters first, spray it on, and then agitate it, leave it for a few minutes, and then rinse it off. It does say 15 minutes on the barrel of chemical, but I wouldn't leave it that long, especially in the hot weather. Don't leave it too long, it will dry onto the surface and then it'll be really difficult to get off. You want to work in just a small section at a time. Try and work in the shade if you can. On this particular job today, I should have started around the back, which was shady the first thing, and then the front was shady this afternoon, but because they weren't home first thing, I just started on the front, which meant I was working in the sun both times. So I'm looking a bit hot right now, but yeah, agitate it on, and rinse it off with a soft bristle brush, preferably a flox bristle brush is how I do it. And then if you get some of the dirty drips that come out, then I always put a cloth over the brush, just go along. I didn't have to do it on this particular one. It's normally on the one that have the vents underneath and all the dirty drips come out, and then I just run a cloth along and wipe any drips. Then finally give the windows a quick clean to get any chemical off of them, and then the job's good. So I find that cleaning soffit fascias gutters is a great add-on for my customers. This particular job, I'll tell you what I earned on this particular job. Soffit fascia gutters was priced at £125. The conservatory roof was £95. I didn't actually show any of that in the video. And I don't tend to do a lot of conservatory roofs these days. I don't enjoy them that much. And I charged them £25 for the window clean, which was a reduced rate because they were having a couple of other jobs done. So total for that job was £245, and I was here about 5 hours, including everything. So £50 an hour. I'm quite happy with that. They've also just said, can they join the regular window cleaning round? So they're going to be added on to the round every other month. I have one customer a little bit further up the road and one further down the road that I also clean. So they will be done at the same time as that. So that's good. Good addition to the round. Yeah, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have enjoyed it, why not give it a thumbs up? Leave a comment. Tell me which bit you liked, how you do things, and if you're just starting up, then it'd be great to hear from you if you're finding the videos useful. Anyway, I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.